hitting home runs, walking through the bases. Haters can't take it cause they know I'm about to make it. Had this feeling every time, ever since I was a kid. Plans to get cake, can't wait on birthdays. People on the grind, gotta eat both ways. If I don't make it, I be gone to November. Cooking for your soul like grandma Sunday dinners. Room full of winners, wait, it's just me. Rappers are pretenders, they not what they seem. I be back chillin', relaxing with my team. If it's not beneficial or it ain't about the cream, yo, I leave. Keep on living and let the past die. Nowadays, music is stuck like they don't try. Give me the tools, I dissect them like a frog. I'm too ill, I came to kill it will. I'm tired of all these rappers trying to rap all complex. On world star claiming that they got next. All up on they vids talking about their lyricists. So stop it if you wanna try now. Cause I got a 16 that will end your whole career now. Whether label or independent, I'm known to be self-sufficient. I move with a daily rhythm, I see you with my inner vision. Now what you talking about that I ain't hiding now? I put the flame to the street to burn the block down. Because styles upon styles upon styles is what I have. Rest in peace, Fife, and what up to the abstract. Shout out Ali and Jerobi. I speak in native tongue even if they don't know me. Growing out my hair like young Kobe. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Tito not Toby. You know me, I'm hip-hop to the roots. And this could be a moment of truth. Guru.
Promise?
Promise.
Yeah. Okay.
Ross is my name.
Fuck going on, there's a whole lot of ice shit going on.
Gang, man, gang. 20 gang, 20 gang. If it ain't 20 gang, it ain't nothing.
Underdogs winning. What the fuck they talking? Hey, the underdogs
gang,
winning.
they winning, man.
Underdogs winning.
Ooh, it's true. Gas all I smoke, backwards when I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go, do whatever I want. She don't ever say no. Gas all I smoke, backwards when I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go, do whatever I want. She don't ever say no. I get fly for no reason, never I commit treason. Fuck the bitch that I'm leaving, already I'm bleeding. Ooh, dropped out, I ain't stay in school. Make mines, had to break the rules. Fast cars and fancy jewels. Front on me, you gon' make the news. That's bad for show that. Just letting you know that. I be low where your hoe at. Show me where the dough at. I roll around, I hold it down to the ground. I run the town, go 100 miles, got 100 styles. Be running wild while the money pile. Gas all I smoke, backwards when I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go, do whatever I want. She don't ever say no. Gas all I smoke, backwards when I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go, do whatever I want. She don't ever say no. I'm sauced up, I'm dripping, I'm bossed up, I'm pimping. I'm double cupping, I'm sipping. Them niggas hating and tripping. I'm taking all of they bitches, I'm making all of my riches. I handle all of my business, then peel off with the quickness. Lord, can I get a witness? Buy everything expensive, it's food for thought for them dishes. Be careful with your wishes, you never know how far I go. Hold tight, won't let it go. No one else got a better flow, get better, and better hold. Gas all I smoke, backwards when I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go, do whatever I want. She don't ever say no. Gas all I smoke, backwards when I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go, do whatever I want. She don't ever say no.
Ross is my name.
No need to go down, broke that run, that this how we from. Easy now, no need to go down, broke that run, that this how we from. Easy now, no need to go down, broke that run, that this how we from. Easy now, no need to go down, broke that run, that this how we from. Easy now, no need to go down, broke that run, that this how we from. Easy now, no need to go down, broke that run, that this how we from. Easy now, no need to go down, broke that run, that this how we from. Easy now, no need to go down, broke that run, that this how we from.
This where we from, where the love, the people, the music, we all come as one. What have you done? Folks, they just talking like they are just bosses or something. I got problems day to day, my people dying. Got my family watching, any haters writing. Just realize I'm in a better place. Gonna write it out till I'm finished, man, and that's work. Niggas now talking like they gonna do it bigger. Hey, your lady in the back, now they hurt. Dog, look at that. Try to blow up a cell while she all on T. Wait, I've been on the grind, so it's all on me. What's the steez? People try, but they can't complete. I be damned if I ain't the one that can't complete. Cause I came from a place where the bombs to see. Real talk. Nothing can stop me. Boy, what are you doing? The game is so clueless. Where's that new? Where's that Tito? I had to take a break for a few. I thought I had lost it. Found my passion, found a girl, break my heart. Swear to God, when I start realizing I'm a beast with it. Everybody gonna eat with me, go down, have a feast with me. For my day one, 8 ones. Pretty girls don't care what people think. On the news, people dying on day to day. Mess around, be a shirt or a poster. So I don't got time now. Be playing with it. Wanna be ravaged, yeah, I'm on now. What you thought now? I can't do it like that, you a lame. Got all this game and I still ain't the same where I came from.
Ross is my name.
That's what she told me. This what she told me. I was young before, that was the old me. 103. That's what she told me. Look what she told me. I was young before, that was the old me. That's what she told me. Hold me, don't go away and leave me lonely. But I did it, I admit it, I was wrong. Hit it all night, in the morning I was gone. Feeling strong, but had to move along to the studio. You know, another track, another song. Got me back, word is born, baby. I don't mean no harm in this cold, cold world. I'm just trying to keep you warm. But her heart's torn, woman scorn. Felt like she got shitted on, different views, so we don't get along. I don't tolerate the pettiness, I'm all about my pettiness. If you don't get it now, and you never did, probably never will, we can never build. I be chillin', you be trippin', that's just how I feel. I ain't with it, so I'm dipping, jumping in my wheels. Never turning back, you can forget it for real. 103. That's what she told me. This what she told me. I was young before, that was the old me. 103. That's what she told me. Look what she told me. I was young before, that was the old me. Now her heart's cold, and she keep her guards up. Next nigga to push up on her, she go give him hard love. Make her work for it. Little do they know it ain't worth it. She ain't changed, she the same person. Bitches ain't working, call on my phone cursing. Immature, insecure, two things for certain. One thing for sure, I was out the door. Couldn't take no more, what she mistakes me for. And just to think it was my fault, or because I ain't had the time for it. She was blind to the facts, you know I saw it. Ignorant to the bullshit, nah I wasn't for it. So I'm moving forward, time to upgrade. No more sky gray, cloudy days. Throwing shade, rain on my parade. Nah, not today. Still in the back of my mind, I hear her say 103. That's what she told me. This what she told me. I was young before, that was the old me. 103. That's what she told me. Look what she told me. I was young before, that was the old me.
Ross is my name.
Welcome. This is MoFam Interviews. Today, I'm your host, Dexter Morris.
Ross is my name.
Hitting home runs, walking through the bases. Haters can't take it cause they know I'm about to make it. Had this feeling every time, ever since I was a kid. Plans to get cake, can't wait on birthdays. People on the grind, gotta eat both ways. If I don't make it, I be gone to November. Cooking for your soul like grandma Sunday dinners. Room full of winners, wait, it's just me. Rappers are pretenders, they not what they seem. I be back chillin', relaxing with my team. If it's not beneficial or it ain't about the cream, yo, I leave. Keep on living and let the past die. Nowadays, music is stuck like they don't try. Give me the tools, I dissect them like a frog. I'm too ill, I came to kill it will. I'm tired of all these rappers trying to rap all complex. On world star claiming that they got next. All up on they vids talking about their lyricists, so stop it if you wanna try now. Cause I got a 16 that will end your whole career now. Whether label or independent, I'm known to be self-sufficient. I move with a deadly rhythm, I see you with my inner vision. Now what you talking about that I ain't hiding now? I put the flame to the street to burn the block down. Because styles upon styles upon styles is what I have. Rest in peace, Fife, and what up to the abstract. Shout out Ali and Jerobi. I speak in native tongue even if they don't know me. Growing out my hair like young Kobe. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Tito not Toby. You know me, I'm hip-hop to the roots, and this could be a moment of truth. Guru.
Promise.
Okay.
Boss is my name.
We good? Can everybody hear me okay? What's going on now? I just opened the chat, you guys. I was too busy to make the drink. Okay, the drink is very important. Joe, what's going on? I see you over there. Okay. What is going on? Wonderful Sunday. I'm just gonna go ahead. I don't want any. I know the sound's probably playing in the back.
See the fuck going on? There's a whole lot of ice shit going on.
I got it going on. I turned it off. I know you probably wasn't listening. Probably heard the music on. I did turn it off.
If it ain't 20 gang, it ain't nothing.
Underdogs winning. What the fuck they talking? Hey, the underdogs winning.
I turned it off. I didn't. Actually, I'm lying. I did not turn it off. So hold on. Work with me. Bam. Now we're good. We should have all sound off. We should be good. How is everybody doing today? Now, I wanted to get out more shares, because I just got a lot to say today, so I wanted to go ahead and get it out. And I talk a lot about Nintendo Switch, but today, not going to be talking about Nintendo Switch too much. I might, a little bit, okay? Much as I try to talk about other things, it just comes to me. So, it seems like sound is working. Intro music was playing. Joe, are we good? Are we good? I see on Facebook. Let me see. Okay. There we go. What's up? Now, I can't see. I know some people are in and I can't see on Facebook because, I only can see from right here. If you're in a certain group and you're in, I thank you for tuning in. I appreciate those artists that I played at the beginning, man. Bumpy 103, okay, was one of the guys that I actually went to school with. And let me pull this over. I don't want my beautiful face to be blocked, okay? Let's see if I can actually, I hate to make this a little small on you guys, you know what I mean? But, okay, I'll go ahead and leave it. I'll just pull over some. Maybe we'll turn a little like this. There we go. So you guys can get my beautiful face. You know what I mean? So how is everybody doing? Oh my gosh, I got my drink here. I'm ready to turn up. And Sony, it's time you get it. Yes, I was going to wear the mask. I forgot the mask. I don't even know where it's at. You know what I mean? Don't even matter. Got the drink in my hand. And as always, thank you. Shout out to Chelsea's World. Got the drink in my hand. But Sony, it is time you caught the flames. Now, I need everybody who is the Sony lovers to try to convince me otherwise. But this week coming up, okay, this week, you guys are going to get the next-gen systems. All y'all going to have your Xbox Series X, your PlayStation 5. We all going to be talking about it. So I just wanted to be early. I wanted to be the first one. So this is not something that, he's just picking. No. Everybody who knows me knows I'm a Microsoft fanboy. Let's go. Okay. Microsoft all day. And if anybody, okay, who is a Sony lover, I want you to prove to me, tell me anything to prove to me that I should be spending my hard-earned dollars in this pandemic when people are struggling to make a dollar. We waiting days to figure out who our prez is. It's rough, okay? Why should I be getting a PlayStation 5 over an Xbox Series S? Or excuse me, not even S, X. There is no reason. You're not going to be able to beat me on this. Okay, there is no reason. And I can tell you guys, I was there. I was a Sony lover, man. Let me just let you guys know. I was diehard Sony. I was one of those dudes. When Sony PlayStation was out, I got it. Told everybody, got a PlayStation. PlayStation 2 came out. I rolled with it. I remember Grand Theft Auto 3 made the news of how violent it was. I had the game. I was a Sony lover. I love Sony. I still love Sony. Let me pull up here. I gotta really talk to y'all. I still love Sony to this day. But I made the swap. And I'm gonna tell y'all, this swap has been amazing. It has been beautiful. This swap is the same swap I felt when I swapped from Apple products to Android. I'm sorry, all my Apple lovers. Okay, I know how y'all feel. Y'all love y'all devices. Very simple, easy, it works. But I made that change. I remember that day when I exchanged the phone and got the Android. And I was going through and I said, you know what? This could work. Started using it. Then it was like, I want to do this. How do you do it? I can do it. I can do it. Everything I wanted to do, I can do. I didn't have no barriers. I didn't have no blocks. I didn't have no stoppages. So I will never go back. No, I will not buy overpriced products from Apple. Now, that's just me. They great. They hold up a long time. Proprietary software, probably less prone to viruses. I give you all that. Okay? Nice products. But for me, I'm not going back. And it's the same thing from Microsoft to Sony. I'm not going back. Okay? When I switched to Xbox 360, I remember that. I remember it like yesterday. PlayStation 3, the Blu-ray. We got Blu-ray. And yeah, we did have a failed HD, DVD, whatever the hell it was. It failed. It was terrible. Blu-ray won the war. Congratulations. But you didn't win my heart still, Sony. You know why? Because at that time, okay, when all this was going on, I still felt this closeness to Microsoft. It's just something about it. And you've always lacked it. Okay, Microsoft was able to take my heart at a time when you had it. How? Okay, I now play with a PlayStation controller and I go, what is this? It's too small. It's for a 10-year-old. You need a man's controller. That's what an Xbox is for. Now, everybody's wondering with the new systems coming out, which one should I get? Which one should I get? I've been hearing that left and right. I've had family members, everybody. Which one, Nick? You got to tell us. You got the show. Are you going live? Can you tell me, Nick? Okay. Can you tell me? Okay. I'm going to tell you. Okay. I'm going to tell you today. Okay. And I got evidence. I got all the data here. I can pull up everything I need to tell you that my evidence is clear. It's not even a debate. Okay. This is a very easy win for one side. And you guys should already know the side. As soon as you read the title, you should have known the side. It is Microsoft. Now, yes, Sony has certain things, and I give Sony certain things. So let me just go ahead and get this out the way, because I'm gonna definitely go in. But instead of just going right in, let me go ahead and say some pluses to Sony. Okay. First of all, any Sony lovers, if you're a Sony lover, just jump in the chat and put anything. Put I'm a Sony lover. Put I represent Sony. Let me know. Am I bugging? Am I wrong for trashing Sony right now? Because I think right now that Microsoft will win the next gen war, or this current gen now, because it's coming. Okay, it's gonna win. That's it. It's not even gonna be a war. Now, let me get to the positives of Sony. I want to start there. So Sony, I do want to say, for launch titles, we are hurt. Okay, we're hurt as a Microsoft fanboy, as a lover. We hurt. We hurt bad. You have Spider-Man, Miles Morales. You got all these wonderful launch titles, and we had to postpone Halo. Damn you, Microsoft. Why would you do that? The one game that would have won this all. This wouldn't even be a debate. I wouldn't even have to do a video talking about this. If you would have just released Halo. Now, I understand it might not be finished and all that, but I don't care. You should have did something. And if you're a Halo developer, shout out to you. I'm waiting on it. But anyways, I will tell you, launch titles, you can have that. You can have it. I don't even want it. Have that. Guess what? Because with those launch titles, I'm going to tell you guys what I'm going to do. I do have a pre-order, okay? And I hope nothing, with everybody losing their pre-orders, I'm just praying. Oh, Please don't let nothing happen to my pre-order. But if everything goes as scheduled, okay, I'm going to have my Xbox Series X. Now, what game did I get with it? Do you ask? Nothing. Why do I have to get any game? I already got them all digital. And all the games are going to be enhanced anyway. My other games. Oh, gosh. This is going to be lovely. So I didn't buy any games. I'm just going to get the system. I'm going to play current games I'm having. I'm going to download some newer games. I got enhanced versions. So I'm going to get the system and I'm ready to go. I don't need a game. Okay, and if you guys want to talk about Game Pass versus PlayStation Plus, we can do that. I don't even think we need to go there. Now, I will say exclusives, I give you that, because every game we got, I'm not going to lie, if you got a PC, you can play it on PC. Don't even hate, okay? And let me see. My man, I'm going to just go to a couple, because I see y'all out there. Chelsea's World, Chunky. I seen Nicole out there. I want to send a shout out to all y'all, man. Shane, what is going on? Chunky says, nah, I have gorilla hands and the second gen Pro controller for Xbox feels so natural. The PS5 controllers are still small. You know what you talking. That's a real man talking. That's a real man talking right there. It's too small, man. I'm not even a big dude, okay? I'm not a big dude. I'm 5'7", okay? In my heyday, I was 145. Won't say my weight now. I'm not a big guy. I'm not 200s or nothing like that. But, hey, I was good. I just lost it. Okay. But I'm back now. Okay. I'm going to get back there. As soon as everything comes up, I'm going to get back. But anyways, it's off the subject. I know my hands just fit perfectly with an Xbox controller. It's just something about those Pro controllers, those Elite controllers. It's something about the form factor. I don't know why the PlayStation controllers feel so small. Now, I do remember playing Tekken. Okay. Tekken lover. I played every Tekken from 1 through 7. My brothers, my family, everybody know. We get down in Tekken. That's our game. But I have not really mastered Tekken on an Xbox controller. That is the only thing I can give to PlayStation. Is that when I play Tekken, I love your controller. Other than that, throw it away. Okay. But that's just one thing. Okay. Let me go ahead. I was giving Sony props. That was my fault. I'm sorry. Let me go ahead. I had some other things written down. I was giving Sony some good props. I shouldn't even done that. Okay. Sony also, and I didn't even get to look. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Sony also has, yes, there we go, PlayStation VR. I give them that. Okay. They were smart enough. Now, I remember everybody on Sony was sitting on edge like, oh my gosh, what is going to happen? Guess what? Yes, you can have that. Okay. We don't have, you know why? Because we have Windows mixed reality headsets. $200 a pop, get you a PC and go ahead and play you whatever. You can convert those, games or whatever. Oculus, yeah, you can play that on there too. Do everything. It don't matter what it is. Bring it over. That's what we do. Okay. We don't need to go ahead and have it running on our system. Our system is designed for what it is. We can take the virtual reality to the PC. Okay. But I give you that, PlayStation. You do have VR. Little jelly. Not going to lie. Just a little. Okay. But then we don't want to go to specs. This is where the Xbox shines. This is where the Xbox is at its prime. Okay, because the Xbox, and I'm not going to lie, it's a slightly more powerful system. I mean, very slightly. This console war is so close. You might as well you could probably flip the names of the systems and people wouldn't even know the difference. But I've seen some of the things the Xbox can do. Okay, I've seen it already. PlayStation, amazing too. Okay, PS5, I will not hate. You got some great things. But I hear a lot of people complaining about the hard drive space. What about the backwards compatibility? Certain controllers you can use for certain games, but you can't use for others. Okay, we got a couple things. But VR is something you guys got. Now, Joe, my man, so my son uses Steam on PC and says it kills any gaming console. Not going to lie, those PC guys will always say that. That goes down in history. They will always say it'll never be better. Joe, the VR is a big flop. No cool games, and I love Sony. Way better games on the PC for VR. So, I'm glad you mentioned that. I haven't known anybody within my circle to say, yo, Sony is killing it right now. You know what I mean? Sony is killing it. They got that VR going. I never heard that. It never started with that. I heard Sony was killing it, a certain game, a certain title, Uncharted, God of War, tons of other things. I've never heard, man, that PlayStation VR, And I'm sure any good game on PlayStation VR probably is on PC. All right. So, and shout out, you know, everybody out there who's using your virtual reality headsets. I do have a VR headset. Don't get to bust it out as much. But if you have not used VR in today's standards, give it a shot. I'm telling you, okay? Just give it a shot. Now, a couple other things I want to mention. So, we know for certain the specs of both systems. So, they're not much different, even down to the hard drive. I don't know how much space the Xbox is going to have available to Series X, but I do know that a lot of PlayStation 5 owners were complaining about the available space with the system. Now, I saw I wasn't going to mention Nintendo, but I'm going to go ahead and mention Nintendo. You guys, you know, I was supposed to put up a bunch of videos earlier this week and wasn't, you know, had a lot of things going on. All right. Couldn't get to it. Wasn't trying to do the videos at the time when things was going. I got the videos done. So this week is going to be different, but nonetheless, I'm wondering, am I going to play my Nintendo Switch the same? So for all my Nintendo Switch lovers out there, are you guys pre-ordering next-gen systems? And if you do, are you going to drop your Switch? Are you going to drop your baby? I don't think so. Okay, I don't think so either. I think I'm going to still play it. I'm going to be doing videos for it regardless. But as far as the time I'm spending playing it, I don't know. But I will say, the Xbox, to me, far superior to Sony. Generation. I use everything Microsoft. I'm on a Windows PC right now. I haven't used a Mac in so long. Okay, love Mac. I don't want to diss. And I look, all my people out there, because I know some people are like, hey, I'm on a Mac, man. That's disrespectful. I paid a lot of money for this device. It works, and I've been using it. I hear you. Believe me, great devices. They work. I have my own personal opinion about them, but I've been on both sides. So if you were actually on the dark side and you came back, you would probably feel me. Okay, I was there. Love it. But I do not want to have to ever jailbreak my phone. Now, some people say you still got to root your phone. Well, for what I want to do, I don't. So, yeah, that's just me. So, and look at that. So, Chunky just sent a size comparison. Okay, so, Chunky, I'm going to have to check that out. Man, the size. Oh, my goodness. We don't even need to start about the size. And, you know, some people like that, though. I don't want to offend anybody that likes that. If anybody's like, yo, you need to stop. The PlayStation controllers is where it's at. I hear you. Okay, maybe you're just used to PlayStation controllers. Hell, we got some people who say, I'm used to a keyboard and mouse. All right? So I hear you for what you do. But what I'm going to tell you is that Xbox has Game Pass. Now, what do you do, PlayStation? You have PlayStation Plus. Does anybody think PlayStation Plus, and I want to know this. This is a question to everybody. Does anybody think PlayStation Plus is going to be better or even with Xbox Game Pass and what Microsoft's going to do with their online environment? Anybody? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's really going to be that much. I don't even think it's going to be much of a debate on that. I think Xbox Game Pass is phenomenal. Okay, as much people, you know, say, hey, Microsoft's going with the subscription technique. They're making tons of dollars. They're going up on price. It's still a beautiful format. I love this is coming from a guy that is an old school game. I do like to hold my physical copies of my games. Okay, but we are going to be reaching an era where those physical copies are going to be gone. I do believe. Well, they might be little discs. You guys remember the GameCube? You got those little baby discs. You remember that? You know what I mean? It was just, we're not going to be there. I don't even think we're going to go there. Little cassettes or something. No, I think we're just going to go straight digital. The benefit of going straight digital doesn't seem to me, because I'm an old school guy, okay, it doesn't seem to benefit the physical to me. I just think having that game and being able to have the right to say, my friend needs to play this game, damn it. I don't need to talk to nobody. I don't need to ask, you know, Microsoft. I don't need to ask Sony. I don't need to ask none of y'all. Here you go, my friend. Play the game. He cuts it on. He plays the game. He doesn't have to worry about, as soon as he gets on, it says, hey, you're not the rightful owner of this game. How are you going to? He don't have to worry about none of that. I'm from that era where you can have 4 games and say, hey, man, here's 4 games. You give me 4 games. Okay. So it's up to you. You can just decide if digital is better than physical. To me, I'm not with that. Okay. I'm still with physical. But I must say, I am a guy that has a collection of discs. I probably don't ever look at them. I mean, you can ask my wife. Stack of discs. It's just so high. I go in occasionally. I go, oh, okay. Oh, it's a stack of games for, PlayStation 2. Where did this come from? So I go ahead, go here, man. Take that, take this. And I got all these discs. But there is important data on some of these discs, I'm sure. I'm sure there's data that I probably could use in the future. And they're just kind of sitting there. But if I had it digital, would I be accessing that more? Would I be looking at it? It would be in front of me. I'd be able to touch it more often. So there's different, you got gifts and the pluses here, but I don't want to get too much off. But what I want to say is this digital war we about to be in is going to mainly be who's going to provide the best online experience in my eyes. Games, not too far. Now, you can say everything for Sony, okay? You can give me Spider-Man Miles Morales looks damn good. I've seen it. It's beautiful. Do it 3 times. Beautiful. Okay? But what I will say is that this is the beginning. This is not a sprint. Okay? It's a long race. And I'm telling you, when Halo drops, mark my words, and Microsoft, please don't make me look stupid. You know how sometimes you just like, you know something's good, but they've been playing and, So, Halo, when Halo drops, everything will stop. The world will be back in awe. Okay? Fortnite, okay? Fortnite, as much money as you making, you're going to take a hit that day. I don't care. Halo is a big title. I think it was so big that Microsoft knew we're not about to put this out like that. Let's hold off. And you know what? Maybe they'll hold off a little bit longer. Hell, they might hold off to 2022. I don't know. But when it drops, Microsoft, I think that's your next big one. Okay? And Sony got to worry about that. Now, I will tell you guys, I worry about a lot of first-party titles because, hell, every first-party title we have is going to be on a damn PC too. I don't like that. Okay, and I'm telling Microsoft firsthand, I don't like that. You know what I mean? So Sony guys are like, look, I'm the only one that can play this. And I'm like, I'm the only, I'm not. Okay, because I'm not. You got all types of PC people playing the same games I'm playing. But maybe it works. Because now if I buy a game for one, I could also play it on my PC. There might be benefits to that. But I don't know. Sony probably got the first party thing on lock. I don't even think we're going to even fight that route. We're not even going that route. But Xbox Game Pass, okay? I think we're going to run that. I think all those games that we offer free, hell, just get your system. And let me see, how many out there got pre-orders? I know I got my pre-order. I was thirsty too and went through hell to get it. I mean, I sat there clicking on a website 100 times. I know tons of people that was clicking all over. And, everybody, I got mine from Best Buy last minute. I got mine from GameStop the last minute. I got mine from, me, I'm Newegg. Okay? So everybody is just somehow trying to figure out how to get the systems. You now have it. Next week, it's coming. So, one thing I did is I seen some, some different apps going off here. So, if anyone was calling in, let me go ahead and get everything squared away here, okay? Because it seems like it wasn't picking up any calls, all right? Now, no, it did. I missed a call. That was my fault. I missed a couple. Let me go ahead and get this because I always like to get my calls. I always like to get people on. We always talk. And so if anybody, you can go ahead and call in. I'll go ahead and take the call. Try to catch it. I'll be running my damn mouth too much. That's my fault. But anyways, I'm going to shout out just some of these comments right here. So we will go ahead and talk about K2. K2, what's going on with you, man? Glad to see you back. In my honest opinion, Sony lost this gen as well. Microsoft got a nice hold and learned their stuff. Okay. TS6 being a MS secret weapon. TS6, what is that? I'm bad right now. I've been drinking too much. Joe, I know that's you, man. I know that's got to be him, man. That's got to be my man. Hold on. I got to get him on. I wasn't even on. I ain't got my headset on, man. I got the drink going and stuff. You know what I mean? But I'm back. Here we go.
Hello.
Now, Nick Moses 05 podcast. Who do I have on the line?
What's up, Nick? You got Joe.
The man. Joe, what is going on with you, my man?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm doing good. Can't call it. Just, I'm so excited. Waiting on this system, man. I'm checking my account, making sure ain't no magic happening where money's dropping out unexpectedly. Because I'm waiting for them to take it out. I need my system right away. So,
yeah.
So, how are you feeling?
I was on the phone for an hour with them.
So now, Joe, you're one, and I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. I think you're one that has both of the systems pre-ordered. Am I correct on that?
Yes, the PlayStation 5 physical and Xbox Series X physical, because you got to have the physical media.
Okay, now we're going to definitely get into that. But I want to say first, so for both systems, you're getting both. So you really don't have to do the, I'm this one, I'm that one. I'm all love for it. I've seen the chosen my side. So, Joe, how do you feel about this current gen? And do you feel like this will be a battle that will go down where they'll pretty much be like every other, generation? They'll kind of fight it out to the end. Or do you think one is stomping the other this generation?
Well, I think what's going to happen is, even though I'm a big Sony fanboy, I love the PS Vita and the PSP and the PS3 definitely for hacking. Sony doesn't have anything for the PS5 this year, and I hate to say it. There's no GTA 6 with, Xbox. They have Halo coming out maybe in the next year or half a year. They don't have that AAA title coming out, and Sony is just, they're laying back and saying, oh, yeah, we have everything and we don't care. They're getting too comfortable.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. And I will say, with Sony not kind of, I guess they didn't prepare for what Xbox was going to throw out there, because right as soon as they had their announcement, here comes Microsoft, you know what I mean? Bam, boom, and now they own Bethesda. So now a whole launch of titles we're talking about that could come out and not even possibly see the day of light of Sony, or maybe come later. So I'm with you on that, Joe.
Also, real quick, just want to add to that a partnership story. Also, I don't think in the United States, but over in Japan, Xbox becoming partners with Sega so to get more of the anime fans to go onto their system.
That's a tough one, and this what I mean. It's looking tough for me. Now, I am a fanboy. I always feel like my opinions are biased. So, Joe, as far as a guy who does like Sony systems, what are some of the pluses for Sony? Give us something that would say, hey, this is why I would get a Sony over an Xbox. Is there any reason?
Well, it's kind of hard to say now, because I know that, with the overheating problems with Xbox, but now people are complaining about overheating with the PlayStation 5, and we didn't even get the damn systems yet. So I'm trying to think of something, because I want to say something great about Sony. I mean, the only thing I could say great about them in the last generation systems was they kept the controller exactly the same. Since the PS1 and so on and so forth. The same shape and size and the weight. The only thing I like about the PlayStation systems, the controllers are too lightweight and flimsy, and they tend to break. Mostly the R2 triggers break before anything else. They don't have enough, heft to them.
Okay, and I will agree with you on that, man. I mean, the controllers, I haven't been one to use those PlayStation controllers in heavy use, which means I've had them, but I haven't played games over an extended amount of time with them. But I know the Xbox controller. I can confirm I have a controller that has been dropped, kicked, pulled. I mean, anything else you can do to it, and it's still working. Well, versus, like a Switch has a drift problem, or, like you mentioned, Sony doesn't seem as durable. So is it? The only one positive thing I just thought of it now, it took me a really long time to see how bad Sony's doing. The only one positive thing I could say about the PlayStation is the internal battery, that you don't have to buy a battery pack. You can just charge the controller and call it a day. The Xbox, they always use batteries because that's the only positive thing I could say, because nothing I can't take from this. Yeah. Now, what if, I will agree with you on that, because I did think about that, and I'm not going to lie. Those batteries, I was kind of, when I looked at that, I was like, oh, come on, not again. But I will say, if there ever was an apocalypse, you know what I mean, and we had a little bit of power, maybe I don't got the cable or something, I could pop in 2 Duracells, and I might be good for a little bit. That's definitely a hypothetical, but I will agree with you on that. That is something I don't like about the controller. It does still have the battery. So that is a plus for Sony. I give that. And I will say, we got somebody out there who said PS5, getting 5 with their exclusives. I'm not sure to pronounce that. Hakame. I'm going to just say that. I always give it a shot. But hey, so I do agree. They are getting far with their exclusives. And one thing I'll say in this for you, Joe, if Sony dropped right now, they said, hey, we're going to drop a new Uncharted. They got Ratchet and Clank coming out. And they say, hey, we're going to drop a new God of War coming up. Do you think that shuts Microsoft down, or do you think Microsoft is going to say, hey, Elder Scrolls 6, baby? You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell no, because what's happening now is they could come out with a GTA 6 if they wanted to. They would succeed a little bit, but with the Game Pass and everything, they're basically paying for a pirated service, which is not pirated. You have all your games online in one, fashion. You could just play all the games you want for, I think it's like, what, $35 a month or something, I think, or something like that. It's like Netflix, but you can play your games.
Yeah. Now,
the young kids don't care. They don't care about physical.
I was going to say, now that we got on that, because that's something I definitely want to come back to. This physical versus digital. And I see, my man Kyle, I see Juan too, swapping battery packs. Isn't that bad of a thing? See, I mean, it ain't that bad, but I feel you. Xbox can just get you the new Halo game and it will be worth it. So we still got people out there saying Halo will make it all worth it, but physical versus digital. We got Kyle in there. We got a younger guy. I will say myself, I am one too. I'm right with you. I love to have that physical copy of a game just to say when someone comes over, I can even just have the damn case up there. Bam. You know what I mean? Look at it. I got it. It's right here. I can take it to my friend's house and everything. Is there any reason, Joe, that you think we should switch over to digital? Or do you think that if we're switching to digital, we're giving up our rights and we're pretty much letting them take over?
Here's the deal. This is my opinion and my theory. If we switch to 100% digital, let's say PS6 and Xbox Z comes out, next 10 years. Once we do that switch over, we no longer own the games. They will eventually take them off the marketplace and say, hey, you're renting the game for 4 years and we have the right to take it away. That's it. You got to have that, that physical media. That's what's great about having ROM sites and all that other stuff. You could, archive stuff. That's what I love about, physical media. You're able to back it up and be able to have it forever. But with the digital stuff, especially, for instance, the Xbox never got hacked, the Xbox X. Now think about that. If that was all digital and that whole marketplace got shut down or whatever, all the games are gone. You have a console that you spend hundreds of, thousands of dollars on for games, and you can't play those anymore. So you wasted all that money.
No, you're preaching, Joe. One of the biggest things for me, and and like I said, I show my age at time, 37 years old. I believe, Joe, you're in your 30s as well. At a time where we play games, we remember renting games, putting them in, and they cut on and you just press start. And now when you get a game and you put it in, it is mandatory that it downloads, even if it's just a damn activation file. It has to download something. So if we reach a point where, hey, you can still have your physical, but you can't play it until you get it online, do you think that's fine as well? Or do you think that doesn't suffice it either? We need to be able to put the game in, play it without downloading anything.
That's just throwing us a bone. We need to be able to put the game in and, throw it in and play it. I can understand for updates and DLCs, but, you have people that, that are overseas that are in wars and stuff that we never hear about. They don't have internet, or they have like 56K and they want to play a game or a LAN party or something. They can't do that. It's not right. Like they did that with, I think, BioShock, where it was like for the Switch where it's half incomplete. Then you had to go online to download the rest of it because they were too cheap to fork over more memory for their cards. I believe 6 gigabytes was shipped on those BioShock cards. Then you had to download another 20 gigabyte file to play the game. It's like WTF on that.
20 gigabytes. Wow. Okay. So, Joe, you definitely have proven you don't even have to prove it to me. I'm definitely physical over digital. Now, just to play devil's advocate here for the younger guys, what if I tell you, hey, my digital collection, all I have to do is simply just come over to your house, log into my account, and I don't have to carry a single game. My whole collection is available. We just have to wait for a download. What do you say to that versus physical?
That's all good and dandy, but I live kind of in the country and my internet sucks. I'm telling you, I got Comcast, I got 5G routers, the whole top of the line crap, and you know what? My highest speed, if I'm lucky, is 15 megabytes a second.
Yeah, you know what, man? I'm actually, I feel like my internet is good, but I'm not gonna lie. When you get these massive downloads, think Doom Eternal. was one I just played. And, you know, every single game, I remember, and that's one thing I will say about the Switch, and I do want to send my shout out to Nintendo, because when I download something on Nintendo, all of them are not just crazy sizes. You know, I might get something that's, you know, 2 gigabytes, might get a 4, might get a 13. You know, those are fine for me, but it's like, man, when I get online with Xbox, it's like 35, 50, 75. 250. Yeah. You like, what the hell?
I want to bring up something about the new generation game size.
Okay.
This is my theory. I think they're packed with dummy files to get you to buy these big hard drives.
So
I really think so.
Let's entertain this theory. Okay. So technically, now we do know, okay, based on especially the modding scene. I know Xbox 360 disc. Okay, especially their games, there was blank space purposely put there. Okay, yep. So that is a theory, and that is something I will possibly entertain. Okay, because if they do put in blank space, then therefore, let's just say Sony, for instance. Hey, we give you a terabyte hard drive, but you can only use, 600 and something, I think it was.
Yeah, you know. It gets shipped with an 860 gigabyte SSD. What's do you do? There's only 660 gigabytes available. If you're lucky. If you're lucky, you can fit 7 games on there. That's if you're lucky.
And I will say, with this generation, one, let's just say Fortnite, you already done took up about a quarter. Okay? Yep. You know, you got games like Fortnite. Don't say Call of Duty. Oh, my God. And not only that, one thing we have not mentioned is the 4K resolution packs. We haven't even started talking about
DLC.
I didn't even think about that. How much bigger? Not only are they big now, they're going to be bigger with these 4K resolution packs. So, you know, I'm with you. That is not sufficient. I don't even think a terabyte sufficient. That's what I got. I'm glad I got external storage. I don't know how that's going to work yet. I'm curious. But I don't know if you watched any videos with any performance of the PS5. Have you watched any videos of that, Joe?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos where, for instance, the PS5 might take, doesn't matter, I don't care, I'm old school like you are. Like, it might take 3 or 4 seconds longer to load than the Xbox, but it's like, damn, it's like you can load a game up in 30 seconds. You know, I'm playing games where it takes sometimes a minute to load up if they're older games and they're bigger, and I'm like, damn, that's pretty quick. But I'm not impatient like these young whippersnappers are. You know, don't matter to me.
Yeah, and I will say, I'm with you on that, Joe. There was a couple things that was mentioned to me that people were talking about. It's going to be so cool. And this came from younger people, okay? And all of them I did not care for, okay? One of them was, when you play Minecraft, how far can you see? And I was like, well, I don't really care because, you know what I mean? I'll come up to that part and they'll create it. But, you know, that was one of them. And I'm trying to think another. Another was something like, how fast can you go from one game to another or something like that? You know what I mean? I was like, really?
Yeah, you could do like hop switching. I believe on the Xbox or something, you could have like 4 or 5 games queued up and you keep jumping back and forth. But realistically, if I was 15 years old back in the day and having the Xbox X, I wouldn't even use that function. It's just like, who cares?
Yeah, and I'm with you.
One game at a time.
And I'm trying to think that the only thing I can think is, hey, I got my brother. I'm playing a game. My brother comes in and picks up his game. That's like the only thing I can think of as a use for that. To me, you know, most people who game, this is just me, and this might just, you know, but when I game, I might play a game for an extended amount of time. Either I'm going to jump out of that game really fast and play another game, or I'm going to play that game for a long time and take a break. Is that not the same way most people play?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's how I play. You know, you get kind of bored or you get tired or whatever. What they should have implemented in the Xbox and also in the PlayStation, they would never do this, especially if you have brothers and sisters in the house when you spend extra money per console. They should have done something like, you know, game swapping. You know, you could be downstairs playing Call of Duty and little Timmy can be upstairs playing, you know, Minecraft. But you don't, you know, just have a different monitor and have a different controller. They could do that, but they don't want to do it. Technology is there to do that.
No, technology is do that. So now, one thing we haven't talked about, Joe, and I'm mentioning you because you definitely have knowledge with Nintendo Switches. Let me ask, do you think Nintendo Switch Pro will hold any type of ground in this fight right here between Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, do you think it'll make a strong case in there, or do you think it will be falling to the wayside and they'll probably have to come up with something else?
I think they're going to fall to the wayside. The reason why is I love the Switch. I play it. That's the number one system I play because it's on the go. You know, you can dock it and do all that other cool stuff. They waited too long because you have people like me and other people. Okay, I just spent $800 for, you know, a bundle for Xbox and $780 for a PlayStation 5. All the money's gone. I'm not going to be buying anything right now, major. You know.
Okay, and I will say I'm with you on that. And, you know, I'm one that always wants to shoot Nintendo down because what they've done to me. Okay, Mario, he know. Okay, we talk about, but they definitely shoot me down. But one thing I will say is every time I think they out, they somehow winning. You know, I remember when the Wii came out, I was like, oh, the Wii's going to be okay. My mama was playing it. I'm like, how did that happen?
The problem is, you know, kind of like you have these really, really hardcore, strict religious parents. I'm not bringing anybody down for that, so don't, you know, accuse me for that. They don't want their kids playing all these violent games, so they say, okay, we're going to get you a Nintendo, but meanwhile, he wants a PlayStation or an Xbox. So they had that market niched out. And I wish Nintendo would bring more adult games to the table, like GTA. You got to, you know, rely on hackers to, you know, bringing GTA over to the system and stuff. It's like, come on, Rockstar. Yeah, you know, I don't think Nintendo even wants their product on the Switch. I mean, you could do Manhunt, they could do, you know, GTA. I mean, look, the hackers did it.
That's true.
You know,
it's been.
I don't think they want them. It's like, hey, no, we don't want your gory crap. You know.
Okay, so now, do you think Nintendo? Let's say, you know, another game comes out big like Animal Crossing, a new one. Do you think Nintendo will stay afloat just based on first-party titles and the kiddies buying the systems? Or do you think that it's just going to be, you know, in the end, even with kids, even with first-party titles, even with everything, it's just not going to compare to these next-gen systems?
Well, what happens is, like, let's say a new Animal Crossing does come out, and if we get another lockdown again, it will become very popular. With Nintendo, with Animal Crossing, they were in the right place at the right time with all this stuff happening. And it's just, they got really, really lucky because I remember, you know, no one could get a Switch, and the Switch has been out for almost 4 years now, I believe. It's just right place, right time. The only information I heard with Nintendo, what they want to do, it's not going to be possible, in my opinion. They want to do 4K portable gaming. Also, in the new Apple phones, they're introducing LEDs, like mini baby LEDs into their phone like we have on a TV. They want to put that into handheld systems. But they're going to wait on that because that technology, the LED technology for portable devices, is extremely expensive. They're going to wait on that.
Okay. And I can go with you. Nintendo is usually jumping the curve, doing things. And, you know, I'm one that now into Nintendo Switch modding. I'm going to be putting up more Nintendo Switch videos. And, you know, I love modding. So Nintendo Switch for me has been a joy to work with. Has been a pleasure. I love it. But if I did not have any, you know, like reason to mod the Nintendo Switch, I don't even know if I would care. So do you think that this whole, you know, thing going on with Team Executor, Nintendo and all that, do you think Nintendo is kind of marketing that to better themselves?
Yeah, I kind of think so. It's kind of like a 50-50. Like, I'm in the same situation you're in, what you just were saying about. I would have never bought it unless it got hacked. I had no intentions of buying it. You know, my ex wanted to get it back and say, oh, a Nintendo Switch, you know. It's like, who cares, you know? PS Vita was, you know, the shit. I still played the PS Vita. I'm playing Metal Gear Solid 2 now. I'm almost done with it. But unless it got hacked, I wouldn't have never bought it. I'm just being honest because like those games, they don't appeal to adults. They appeal to, like, you know, preteens and, you know, really young kids. I mean, I get it. That's their market. But, I mean, how many times can you sell Mario now?
No, and I'm with you on that. They've never, to me, appealed to the hardcore market. So let's say, you know, I remember I used to play sports titles a lot. I don't get to play as much, but basketball. Anytime I would buy a sports title on a Nintendo system, it always played like the last year's version compared to the other systems. And, you know, you always wonder why when they come out with certain ones that's cross-platform, they play for all. Then there's never been one game, at least to me, that Nintendo came out with the other systems and it outperformed the other systems. It seems like Nintendo may only be holding on to first-party titles.
Yeah, definitely agree with you. That's their anchor. Like, it's first party. With Sega, you don't even hear anything about Sonic. They make games. Unfortunately, they don't make hardware anymore. But they dumped Sonic a long time ago. Anytime I hear Sega, I think Sonic. Anytime I think Nintendo, I hear Mario. Xbox and PlayStation, I don't really care about because that's kind of like, these are the building blocks, to where we are now. And it's just kind of like they moved away from it. But they keep still holding on to it.
Talking to him. Now, Joe, my man, I had a couple other calls come in. I let them pass. I got to get you on to talk your stuff, man. I love you're always knowledgeable. But any last words you got to say to the people before I roll out?
Like and subscribe to Nick Moses 05. Make sure if you're going to get your PlayStation 5 and Xbox, you're home because they're coming signature required.
Signature required. Make sure you're home. Glad you said that. Reminded me I need to make sure to have my ass on too. Joe, appreciate you, man. Take it easy, my friend.
All right, you too. Nice talking to you, buddy.
Later, man. So that was my man Joe. I apologize. I had a couple calls I missed, but nonetheless, my man Joe is dropping the knowledge. And I wanted him to go ahead and say that because this is a guy, okay, just to paint the scenario for everybody. This is a guy who has an Xbox Series X coming, and he also has a PlayStation 5 coming. He's not messing with no digital versions. He wants physical versions only. So he's going to have both. And what I'm saying is, hey, is there anything you could say for Sony that's just like, you know what, this is going to kill Microsoft? And it's not a whole lot. But when Microsoft seen Sony's conference, I could imagine. Now, hold on. I got to take this call. I got to take this one. Nick Moses 05 podcast. Who do I got on the line?
It's Kyle. It's been a while.
Oh, my man, Kyle, the young OG. Week. Oh, man, you called last week, and I had another call coming in. See, I got a couple calls.
No. I got answered last week.
Okay, I thought so.
My microphone wasn't working.
Ah, okay. All right, yeah,
and then I had to go right after, so.
Yo, and what's stripped out is, these calls come in, man. I'm going to be honest. I be trying to catch them, but then I'll be probably getting them later. Who knows? But nonetheless, I'm glad I got you on, my man, because this is one that really is needed for the young generation right now. We already got the old guys talking. Okay, we all blah blah blah. We want others. I'm like, but I want the young view. So I'm just gonna hit straight to it. We were talking about physical versus digital. Now, Kyle, you being younger, okay, us older guys saying, hey, physical is better. We wanna be able to hold on to our copies and be able to give our copies to somebody else. What would you say? Are you more of a digital guy or a physical guy?
Oh, physical is so much better.
Okay, I'm glad I hear that.
I don't know. I like collecting things. So.
Okay. So you like collecting them. Now, what's that? I hear a lot of stuff going in the background. Sound like the dog going crazy. You good?
It's just my chair being really.
It's a.
I do not have a dog. I'm actually allergic to dogs.
Oh, okay. I'm glad to know that, man. So, anytime I come around you, I ain't got a dog anyway. But nonetheless, so you said physical over digital. Now, why is that?
Worse over the years, but I used to like having like the manual and stuff and the nice case, but they barely ever come with manuals anymore. Like, it's just not what they do anymore. It's kind of sad. Actually,
no, they don't come with manuals anymore, man. And see, I remember, and this might be a little before your time, but I remember getting, I think it was Street Fighter. Okay, this is Street Fighter 2. This is a big thing. I think it was on Super Nintendo, and it came with the manual. Now, I used to play at the arcades, but they never shown the moves, and the manual had the moves in it. I was like, oh, yo, we got the moves right in it. Oh, this is awesome.
The Genesis manual for the Genesis game is huge.
Oh man, those manuals, man, they was just classic, man. I definitely remember that. Or going to the store, you had a big just strategy guide, and it was all just one game. It was just Zelda, and you're like, damn, how could you have this much information on Zelda? But they had a whole book they would sell for $20, and now you could just get online, man, and watch a video and pause it, and you can unlock all locations. So funny how times change. So you're physical over digital. Now, do you think that down the line, okay, let's say I gave to you, I said, man, you know what, I like digital because all I have to do is come to your house, log into my account, and I can say, what game do you want to play? Versus if I lost a game, scratched the title, or had anything happen to it, I now can just go ahead. I just need a little bit of time to download it. What do you say to that?
I 100% agree that digital has some benefits in it, like, for example, you not being able to lose it. But then again, they also have the right to take it away.
Now, what do you feel about the rights to take it away? So do you feel like everybody who purchases a digital copy at some time down the line will eventually lose that copy? Or do you think these companies are going to make it some way where customers have these games available for damn near their lifetime?
I am sure that sometime, maybe, I don't know, decades, but still, someday their services will go down for the old consoles because they just can't keep supporting it. Like,
now, what if I said, and I'm all throwing all hypotheticals at you, Kyle, and that's why I like using the young minds, because you guys are definitely going to think out there. But what if I told you that, hosting all the games for the older platforms, not this current generation, but every previous generation, would take up one hard drive on one measly computer we have in the back, and we have thousands of them? I could host that for a lifetime. Do you think that is possible?
Right now with their current hard drives, no.
Definitely not with our current hard drives. But can you see something like that down the line where it's possible that maybe versus 50 years to 60 years of things being online, that they can sustain these games for hundreds of years? Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, oh yeah, people could easily sustain, like these companies could sustain them easily, but they won't.
Okay, like you said, and they won't. No, I feel you, and that's why, man, Kyle, I definitely got to hit you with them, because I know you're going to think out there, and I agree with you, man. They ain't going to do that. I do agree. They're probably going to come down at some time. Many people who probably played older systems, and when they bring the services down, you go, damn, I can't play that online anymore. Dreamcast is one of them. Okay, playing online with Dreamcast, next thing you know, I can't play online anymore. So I totally agree with you with the digital versus physical. So now we got that out the way.
Here's the thing about online play, though.
Let's talk.
Possible to come back. If you look at what the team of Revolution did, they basically analyzed everything from the Wii network before it went down, and they reverse engineered it all, and it's still around today. So you can still play Wii online if you want to.
That is absolutely correct, sir. And I believe Dreamcast, too. I think Dreamcast is the same thing.
I'm not sure about the Dreamcast. I've never really researched anything about the Dreamcast. I gotta be honest here, I've never played any Dreamcast games.
Oh, no, you hurt my... No, I'm joking with you, man. Dreamcast is actually one of those systems, man, to tell you, it held a special heart in my place just because it was different. Okay, that was the only system. It came out, it had a memory card that you could pull out and take to school with you and play damn Tetris on it. You know what I mean? It was just weird. You know what I mean? It had its time. But now it would be garbage. It would be terrible right now, to tell you the truth. So I want to go ahead and ask you something, Kyle, specifically with this generation war. Are you one that's going to be getting any one of the systems, PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X?
I mean, I may get a PS5. I won't be getting Xbox, like I said in previous live streams here, because they're supposed to be reverse compatible with new Windows versions.
So, what you're saying to me is, if a smart gamer, so let's just say I'm coming to you and I said, hey, Kyle, will it be better for me to just get a PlayStation 5? And then every single game that comes out, I'll now have access to it, because everything that comes out for Xbox is also going to be on PC. Is that about accurate?
Sure. Here's the thing, though. To have a PC that can run all these games would cost a lot more than an Xbox.
That is true. Definitely true.
Like the video card that's in the Xbox, if you want to get the PC version of it, it's going to cost more than the Xbox Series X. So...
Talk to him. He is not lying. That is true. And I'm with you on that. And I think it was PK last time, because I got a 1050 Ti. Okay. It's super clock. I thought, I could upgrade. I've been running this joker till the wheels fall off, and I'm going to upgrade. And 2080, who knows, 3080, hell, you know what I mean? I don't know. But at this time, I'm rocking with it. Now, once I upgrade, I don't know if I'm going to start PC gaming again. You know, so I'm curious. Do you think that Microsoft will lose in the end because they're more focusing on kind of the whole PC and Xbox, and Sony's going to kind of take that? Or do you think smart move by Microsoft bringing games to PC and Xbox?
I'm sure it's a smart move, because if you're going to be buying a PC that you want to run these games on, you want to buy Windows, and Windows also costs money. Like the version of the Windows that I have, I think it's like $350. So that's the budget version. So I mean,
man,
yeah.
if you don't get that pirated Windows, oh no, I'm joking, man. Go, you need some.
I don't have pirated
You
Windows.
need some. You know where I'm from? They was like, man, if you said I don't have pirated Windows, they would look at you crazy. See, I'm from a different, you know, they just think. But nonetheless, I will say I have legit Windows now, baby.
I don't have pirated Windows because,
you can get it free.
I have a lot of computers that I have to install Windows on all the time. And when you're giving pirated Windows copies to clients, that's not best reputation.
Nah, you definitely don't want to do that, man. One thing I want to say is Microsoft is definitely a lovely product, man. I have a paid version. I have a couple paid versions of Microsoft now. And it is, you know, there was a time, okay, where I did have to pirate but you're right. And now, you know, a lot of people got free upgrades. Hell, there's probably a way to get it free, I believe, now. So it's just at a point in time where most people got it legit now. You know what I mean?
I have an unlimited amount of Windows license keys for Windows 10, Enterprise, Pro, and Home. So I don't need to pirate it. I'm lucky.
Oh my goodness. So let me ask you now, there's one thing I want to speak about because I didn't mention it before, but what do you think about the Game Pass and everything that Microsoft will offer in their online environment versus PlayStation? Do you think PlayStation is like PlayStation Plus is terrible compared to Game Pass, or do you think both of them are comparable in a way?
I've never bought Game Pass. Probably never. And I don't have a PlayStation 4.
He said never bought Game Pass. Now, everybody, I need everybody to testify.
Even when it was just $1, I still didn't buy it.
That's what I was going to say, because I got it for the first time. It's like, oh, it's $1 for 3 months. I'm like, oh, I can't, really beat that. You know what I mean? And then you start using it and you go, oh, it's okay. It's pretty nice. Now I've got to the point where, I go by about 3 months or 6 months at a time. I probably got a lot of time built up now. And I'm glad I got it before the prices went up. Okay, so I don't have to worry about the prices, but I will say I do expect prices to go up, and I don't mind paying. So what do you say to somebody like me who says, hey, I think it's better to pay for Game Pass because I have all these games available in my arsenal? Do you think that somebody like me is wasting money and then buying other games on top of it? Or do you think, hey, you know what? You're probably right.
Are you going to play the games on the Game Pass? If so,
they have a library of over, let's say, 500 titles. I can't play them.
Are you going to play any of them?
I'm probably going to play. Honestly, there's about 10 titles out of there I want to play.
Then buy it, play those 10 titles. When you're not playing those 10 titles anymore, don't pay for it anymore.
Now, one thing I will say, it's funny that you mentioned that. There's been a couple games that I play my games through and I beat them. And then when I beat them, I don't have to go back to them. But there's been a couple games that were on Game Pass that I loved and enjoyed. I beat and I tried to go back. And no lie, it was gone. So I do. And I would be so upset if I was playing a game like Fallout and I just spent, 60 hours. You know what I mean? I'm right there to the end, and it's like, oh, sorry, this is no longer available for Game Pass, but you can now get it for $19.86 on sale.
So Swishy Bro just said a comment,
I seen. I watched my video how to play Switch games on PC. Want to play Smash Ultimate with some friends. Any idea if I can get banned for installing Atmosphere on the Switch? Let me tell you, Swishy Pro, I can go ahead and answer that for you. Yes, thank you. I'm glad Joe already beat me to it. Just put it like this. if you don't understand really a lot about modding the Nintendo Switch, just say you're going to get banned. It's a lot safer to just say, I'm going to get banned. Because there's been people who have done it and not been banned. But if you just say you're going to get banned, expect to be banned, then that way you won't have the worry about it when it happens. Because me, I just cut it on one day and it was like, you're banned. And I was like, oh, okay. Didn't make me no difference.
Like, I know I'm going to get banned eventually, but until I get banned, I can still use Nintendo's online services. And I still will use them. Somehow.
Now, let me ask, how long have you been using a modded Nintendo Switch and have not been banned? Have you had any systems banned? And if so, what was the longest time one's been going?
I've never had a system banned.
Woo! Okay.
My first Switch, which, if you remember the first live stream I came in, you don't know the story to it. Anyways, yeah, that was modded. It never got banned. I played online while I had CFW on. On that one. I do not on my current one. I don't know. I'd say when, you know, when Hikate still looked like you know what I mean, like Hikate looked like not what Hikate currently looks like. That's when I first modded my Switch. But still use volume and power button.
Now I can tell you, I'm one that I did get banned almost immediately. Now I'm one that I went into it saying I don't want to play online. I never wanted to play online. I'm different. I didn't even want to download from the shop, nothing. So I went in there saying, hey, you know, I was one of the first people installing it, you know, and I'm like, oh, let's just play this online and let's get this. And it was smooth sailing. And then all of a sudden one day it was like, you're banned from online services. And it didn't mind me nothing. But next thing you know, here comes stealth mode. Oh, my goodness. I was so upset. But nonetheless, got another Switch, so I'm good. I can get online now and do everything. But I will admit, you know, this one I'm good. I don't know what it was before then. I have not been banned, but I don't want to put it out there. I would just say to you, Swishy Pro, you will be banned. Just say that. Just say to yourself, I'm going to be banned if I use this. What if I only use Atmosphere for the reason of the video, then remove the files on my SD card and re-add the files whenever I want to use it? Will I still get banned?
Yes.
Swishy. You will. Just say yes. Just say yes. I know, Swishy. We right here talking and we like, no, we haven't been banned and we've been playing online. Swishy, just tell yourself in your heart. Just say, man, I'm gonna be banned. And then that way, if you do it and you don't get banned, you're gonna be like, whew, okay, I don't know what happened.
That's just a benefit for you. You can just play online with friends now.
Yeah, now you know.
Using Parsec.
Now you know.
There you go.
But just trust us when we say you will be banned, because we've heard these horror stories, Swishy. Okay, we've heard the people coming and saying, man, I did everything to the T. I loaded the backup carts right. Okay, I only use XCI loader. Okay, I've only done, don't matter. They still got banned. We don't know. We don't know what they're doing. We can't say what everybody else does. But one thing I tell you is that, hey, just say you're going to get banned. All right. Don't have enough. Hey, then cool. Don't even do it. If you ain't got enough money to buy another Switch, you ain't even got to worry about it, man. Swishy. All right, I appreciate it, man. But
you can lower your chances of getting banned if you use an Emunan. I don't know what it's called for Hikate, the free version. But you will still get banned eventually.
Yep.
Even if you use an Emunan. But it does lower the chances a lot.
Exactly. It lowers the chances. And Swishy, if you want to look that up, I got videos on it. There's other videos out there on YouTube. We got a lot of dudes out there who do great videos on, and you're right, I think Emunan is MMC or something on Atmosphere. I'm not sure, but
I think so. On Hikate. It's not actually Atmosphere.
Exactly. So you can go ahead and look that up, man. Swishy, just take a look at that. You can do it. Take your chance. Now, me, myself, I'm going to tell you, Swishy, I was in your position. I'm glad I got Kyle on there, because I'm sure Kyle has done many things, but you got to take chances sometimes. Okay? And sometimes you just go, you know what? The hell, you know what? I've done some things and I've had backup stories. I remember when I first 3-ringed my first Xbox 360, and I already said when I 3-ring it, okay, because I know I'm gonna do something stupid, I'm gonna mess it up. I'm gonna take it back up there and say, hey, guess what? It did this. Okay, so just plan for your mess ups. All right, but Swishy, appreciate you. Now, my man Kyle.
Speaking of Xbox 360, I just
Let's
bought
talk.
one yesterday.
Oh,
and
yo, I did think I read that just a little bit ago, because before I jumped in here, I seen the Discord, and it seems like you bought one. The disk drive was broke.
It worked fine. I loaded up Fable 2, which I said I like the Fable series, and I was replaying them earlier on the stream. Anyways, I had the Fable 2 disc like near me, so I decided I may as well test it, right? Like,
all right, test it out. And then you found out the drive broke, man. Oh man.
And I felt like I kind of scammed the who I bought it from, but it also came with 2 controllers instead of 1.
Yo, you say you scanned them. Hey, have you ever one time came to somebody and you look at an Xbox 360? Now, when you look at an Xbox 360, you might look like, oh, and they look at an Xbox 360 and they go, man, this thing is old as dirt. I don't even want to play it. And so you like, hey, man, I'll take that Xbox. You ain't going to play it, man. Let me get it for $40. And they're like, hey, yeah, here, $40. Yeah, woohoo. And then they go.
Really trying to sell it for $55 and I haggled them down to $40. Like, it's actually, it's 30 US. I'm talking Canadian here. But.
Oh my God, man, that is so funny because I deal with it all the time. And you just go, man, you don't know. You sitting on a gold mine. What are you doing? I can mod this baby, have it up running everything. I could be back to modded lobbies in no time.
Yeah, I just bought a mod chip and stuff too. I don't know. It's coming Saturday.
Oh my goodness. Now, my man Kyle, you know, I got a couple calls coming. I'm trying to get through as many calls. I had to let you get your time in because, man, I appreciate everything you do. One of the young OGs on the channel. Any last words you got to say before you out?
Are we going to do the group call thing again this stream or no?
Man, y'all working me, man. Y'all working me out. You know what? I'm going to try. And really what's funny is I'm already over an hour. We might, you know what? I don't know. We might. I'm gonna get to it. You're gonna hear me talking. We might do it. It's just because the thing is, we gonna wind up talking for 2 hours, 3 hours. We gonna do it all nighter. See, that's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about I don't feel like doing it. I'm just gonna be talking to y'all for like 3 hours. And that's what we do. We just run our mouths for 3 hours and people watch and be entertained. I may think about it.
Oh, well, anyway, subscribe, like the video, which I haven't done yet, or the stream. I forgot to do that. It's fine now. It's 14 instead of 13. Also, we don't have the website's not very active. So if you wanna go to there, it's nickmoses05.com.
Oh yeah, shout out the website. And you right. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you for that.
I haven't had anybody touch it since October 24th.
Ooh, talk to him, Kyle. So what he's saying is we need to get some activity going. Kyle, I'm with you. We need to get some activity going. I need to holler at you on the side, man, because we do need to get some activity going on there. All right, man. So
also, how come me? I sent you a I sent you an invite to the Discord server. Since yeah, if you look up image here, I'll send it again. Here's an invite to the Discord server since you said that the link was invalid.
Cool. Send it now. There we go.
Yeah, have a good day, Nick.
My man, I got you. My man, holla at you, my man. That's my man right there, Kyle, man. Holding me down. Been holding me down. Young OG been holding me down hard, man. Strong, okay? Pause. I got to say pause on that because, you know, holding me down hard, strong. It just didn't sound good together all combined. But nonetheless, okay? That is the young OG in the building, Kyle. I miss somebody called. I mean, I've had a couple people call a couple times. My bad. Okay, and like he said, we want to do the group call. Now, I told people, you know, these shows are supposed to be an hour. They're supposed to be an hour. But every time we get on here, we start talking. We get on there. We be tripping. And what happens is we wind up talking 2 hours, 3 hours. So what I'm trying to say is, the podcast format is going to be more strict down. No, nonetheless, I like it, man. I love the fact that you guys want to tune in. I want to do 2-hour shows too. But what I want to do, if we're going to do a 2-hour show, I want to have it just all planned out for us. That's what I really like. We might damn near get there. Who knows? Nick Moses 05 podcast. Who do I have on the line?
You know what? Hey, man, it's Matt.
Oh, Matt. My man, Matt, what is going on, my dog?
Hey, man.
Oh,
Sorry,
man, I'm glad I got you on here, man, because I know, you know, I definitely know you got something to say for me today. So, Matt, let me ask you. We're going to start with, I got so much to talk about. I got so many questions at you, but I'm going to first ask you. So, PlayStation 5, Microsoft Xbox Series X, which one you rocking with?
Pre-ordered both, though I don't know if my Xbox is going to get here on time because GameStop did some sketchy shit.
Okay. Now, when you say GameStop did some sketchy shit, are you one that got the email that said, hey, some items may not arrive on time?
Yeah. So.
Hey, you right there with a lot of people. Now, I want to say my man Joe, I don't know. This may not fall to you. Everybody's been different. Joe had a similar issue, and he said it was a game that was included with it, but the system still came. So I'm hoping that's the same with you. Okay, I'm hoping the same. Hey, maybe it's just a game. You get your system on time. They ain't playing no funny business. So,
yeah, hopefully.
Now that you got them both pre-ordered, which one, okay, do you think 6 months from now you will be playing more?
I'm a dedicated Xbox player, but my brother-in-law and I play Ghost of Tsushima, so.
Now, oh my goodness. I will say, okay, as much as I just throw my hate out for no reason towards Sony, that game is gorgeous. That game is beautiful, man. Every time I look at it, I can just sit there and watch somebody play that. So, definitely shout out to y'all. I can see how you go back and forth on that. So, I will say for titles, it is looking like Sony's got a nice fight on these titles. Do you think that Sony is going to win this title war of better games? But being a Microsoft lover that you are, do you think Microsoft's going to win that game war in the end?
I absolutely think Microsoft is going to be winning that because they've got, I mean, to be perfectly honest, I bought Doom Eternal, the physical copy,
all right,
redeemed the code, and then sent the disc back to Amazon. And then six months later, the game was on Game Pass. So,
woo, smart decision. So I'm glad that you went there, man. Smart decision, my man. So let me say this to you: we were talking about physical versus digital. Okay, we have a lot of people saying, "Hey, I'm physical all the way." We got some people say I'm digital. Where do you fall between that line?
Well, I said in the chat when I was deployed to Afghanistan, we would always have our LAN parties for Modern Warfare, and then if we wanted to get any of the modern or the DLC packs, we would have to go into Bagram and use their slow ass Wi-Fi to update for the map packs. But
yo, them were some good days, man. Oh, you taking me back, man. Wow, that was good, classic days, man. And I remember having a RGH Xbox 360, playing online in a modded lobby of Call of Duty with somebody, and we was just using cheats, just doing random stupid stuff. And man, it was just like LAN parties. They don't capture now. So let me ask. Now that we talk about LAN parties, I know a lot of these kids may not know about these LAN parties. So let me say to you, what was the first LAN party you was in, and how did that LAN party change your gaming way of thinking?
StarCraft and original Halo.
And you know what? Oh my goodness. The fact that you said original Halo, you're not the only one. I definitely was there with you. I remember having those LAN parties. You got, 4 people down here, 4 people in another room, 4 people upstairs, and you all just getting it. Oh man, stop. You about to bring the tear to my eye, man. Don't do that. Don't do that on the air, man. But nonetheless, okay. So, in this physical versus digital fight there, do you think that at any time or point you will want to go digital versus physical?
I do a hybrid of both. I have a 4 terabyte external drive for both my Xbox and my PlayStation 4. But I still crave physical because I do mostly collector's editions.
Okay, so and I'm with you on that. Now that's you hit to it. Collector's editions. Now, I didn't even think about that with physical versus digital. If you have a digital copy, how do you give someone the benefits digitally that you could physically? Which, like Fallout, I don't want to say Fallout Shelter because they gave out those damn trash bags of a of a canvas bag, but nonetheless.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started on Fallout 76. I'm looking at my helmet right now, and I used the original bag to hold a space heater underneath my bed.
Yo, and I'm a Fallout lover, man. I'm a lover. And I said, you know what? This is the one title. I said, I'm going to just wait. I want to see how it play out because it was different. They trying something different. And I seen the bag. But that was just me. I'm not going to laugh him too hard. But, the game now is on Game Pass. Go figure. Okay? It's on Game Pass. You can go ahead and try it out. So I'm glad to hear you're more of an Xbox guy. So what made you pre-order both? Are you one that just, I got it, I want to have it all, or do you just, I think there's going to be benefits to having both, really?
My original, my first job, I saved up for 3 months to buy the original Xbox. So, and then played the Star Wars Clone Commando game. Probably dating myself. But
nah, man, you good.
But no, I was originally drawn to the PlayStation 4 because of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Okay, so and a lot of people. I'm one that I've never purchased a PlayStation 4. Like I said, you see the title. I've always been just this, and I'm one of those guys that sometimes I like to be, both sides. But then some things I just like to pick my side. I like to say, damn it, I'm with Microsoft. Sony, you're trash. And I know Sony's not trash, really. But I'm just saying that in theory because, I'm team Microsoft. So for the PlayStation 4, let me ask you, as far as PlayStation 4 to an Xbox One, where do you lie there? Do you think Xbox One you played more, or was the PlayStation 4 more useful to you?
It depends on my mood and if my brother-in-law wants to play. He's a PlayStation guy, and so unfortunately, we were looking forward to Anthem, and we all know how that crashed and burned.
Oh, man, God. Yo, Anthem, I won't be surprised if I go to cdkeys.com right now and find Anthem on there for like $4.53, right next to Unity, Assassin's Creed for like $1.50. Yo, Anthem was such a title that I thought, and I really looked at it, I thought it was going to be great. I was actually going to jump on it. Had a buddy of mine, he know who he is, talked about it up and down. And now Anthem is just like, what happened? So I feel you. And that's what I'm worried about now with Microsoft. We got people talking about Sony's got Spider-Man Miles Morales. They got all these other.
I'm so hyped for that.
Talk to him. So the Spider-Man Miles Morales, I seen it in action, okay? But I'm not one that played previous Spider-Man titles. What do you think that Spider-Man Miles Morales is going to be to the release launch lineup? Do you think it's going to be the number one for PS5, or do you think there's going to be something else in there?
No, I mean, me and some of my old coworkers were talking about it's going to be, the PS5 is going to be having God of War unlocked at 60 FPS. So that's going to be super sexy.
Don't you? Oh, my God. You know what I start thinking about? What if you just put God of War in 4K? Oh, 60 frames. Oh, my God. I will tell you, God of War is another one of those games that I can watch somebody play and just sit there and watch it. It is that beautiful. And I do all my hate to Sony now. I definitely do my hate, but I got to get credit when credit's due. If God of War comes out.
I'm looking at my God of War PlayStation Pro right now.
It is definitely one of those games, man. And that's why I said, if I feel like Xbox with Bethesda, with that pickup right there, that was like us saying, hey, we know we don't got Halo, but we got something in the works. Because other than that, if we didn't have that, we was done.
Oh yeah, Starfield. I'm kind of excited for Starfield, but I got burned so bad by Fallout 76. It's kind of like an abusive ex-girlfriend.
Oh man, and Fallout 76, what's so sad about it is everything they said was so promising. It was so, I thought it was going to be like the one. And I said, I'm just going to wait it out. And then I waited out. Then it was like, everybody with the collector's edition, there's a class action lawsuit. They're mad about these bags. And I go look at the bags and I'm like, oh my God. How did they fail? All you had to do was just get them a bag that was similar to what you said you was going to give them.
Oh yeah, no, I would troll them on Twitter saying, do you remember the great canvas shortage of 2019?
Oh, God, man. Terrible, man. It was terrible. I'm talking about worse times. And you're right. After you get burnt out for so long. And that's one thing. We had another person on here. Becoming Undone. Okay. He always talked about, man, I paid $60 for a game. It was trash. And I've been modding ever since. Okay. And I agree with you on that. So let me ask, in this past year for 2020, how many times have you been burned on games? We got Anthem.
I don't really know. I'm really particular. I unless I absolutely know. Actually, no, Anthem. That burned me hard, and 76.
Yeah, that was two. That's two that hurt, and I can see that, man. And you know what? I played Black Ops Cold War, and it played like trash bags and garbage cans and glad bags and all that. It was terrible. It was, and I'm a fanboy for Call of Duty, so it's sad to say I'm probably gonna still buy it, and then I'm gonna be sitting here talking trash about it while I'm playing it. So I'm one of those guys.
I skipped the one with where you could wall climb with the exosuits. I skipped that one because it looked like garbage.
Oh my God! Ugh. It was terrible.
I only bought the one with Jon Snow in it because it came with the Modern Warfare remaster.
Oh, I definitely bought that one too, and I do remember having that Modern Warfare remaster. And yes, that is actually, I want to say, the primary reason for me buying that one too, just the remaster alone. So if this one, they need to just go ahead and come out with another remaster with the title, because if you're just coming out with Cold War by itself, it ain't gonna work. That title was trash. When I say garbage, it was, they took steps back. I was actually surprised. You know what I mean? So different teams, I know how they work, but nonetheless, So Matt, now that I got you for that versus physical versus digital, also talking about Xbox and the PlayStation 5, let me ask you, do you think Nintendo will be anywhere in this next gen war, even if it's with a Switch Pro? Do you think they'll be in this war, or do you think they will fall to the wayside?
No, I think Nintendo is comfortable in their second and third place in this generation console war, whatever you want to call it. But like I said in the chat earlier, I've got gorilla hands, so I found a good Switch controller for big hands, and I think if Nintendo wants to stay relevant in this one, they have to come out with different Joy-Cons for different hands. But I think if they announce a Pro version, I'm absolutely going to go out and buy it.
Yeah, these Joy-Cons, man, are like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm holding them up right now, terrible. These got drift issues. I do got a Pro controller, man. This Pro controller, you right, nice, you know what I mean? Holds, I can work with that, but I'm hoping that they do something with those Joy-Cons.
Yeah, I sent you a size comparison on Facebook Messenger for the PlayStation controller and the Xbox.
We're gonna pull that up now. And a size comparison. Now, this size comparison, before I even get to it, because I'm pulling it up now, was it massive? Was it like super massive difference, or was it just,
No, the PlayStation 5 controller's smaller than the Xbox, but it feels a little bit bigger than a PlayStation 4 controller. It feels good in the hand. Plus, it's got micro texturing on the body, so when you're doing like an 8-hour session and you get super sweaty, it's not going to fall out of your hand.
Oh, nice. Okay, Let's see if I can pull these up on screen. I'm gonna go ahead and pull them both up here. Bam. Okay, let's see if I can do this. This is gonna work with. Oh, okay. And I see the PlayStation 5. And then the PlayStation. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. That controller don't look too bad. It do look like they made it a little more, closer towards Xbox. That's just my, assumption. But don't look too bad. Now we're gonna see if we can get this Xbox one up. Bam. Oh, look at that. Yo, that controller looks so damn good, man. Oh my gosh. I just love the way that controller look. I don't know. That's just me. I haven't used a directional pad yet. I'm curious on how, because that do look a little weird. But, after I feel it and see how it works, we'll go ahead and see that. But, oh my God, that controller looks so good, man. So anyways, okay. Nah, I do. That is a good size comparison. You do see that the Xbox controller is still bigger than the Sony controller. So, I don't know about these people that love the Sony controllers. Is there anybody I do know you say your brother-in-law, does he like the Sony controllers better than Xbox?
He grew up playing PlayStation, so I really have nothing to draw from, but some of my coworkers like the feel of the PlayStation over the Xbox. I really can't get over the where the joysticks are on the PlayStation. It feels weird.
Yeah, man? I've never been. I remember playing Time Splitters 2 on PlayStation 2, and that was the last time I remember using that joystick. But ever since then, I don't know. That placement does seem weird to me.
I hope PlayStation does come out with a Pro controller, and they make it to give you a choice whether or not you want to have Xbox layout or PlayStation layout.
Nice. Nice. Now, that is a good idea, because then you're right. You could literally just say, hey, I want an Xbox layout, and they could just swap the directional pad and analog, and there you go. No.
Yeah.
Damn, that's beautiful, man. Damn. So you kind of got me thinking that Sony might need to look at that. But I know, now let me see here, because I know I'm trying to get everybody through. Okay. And I see my man JJ just hit me up too. But I gotta go ahead and give you your last words, my man, before I let you go. So Matt, anything you gotta say to the people?
Nah, man. It's enjoy your streams. Hope
talk to him. And you said you were stationed out where were you stationed out at?
Out in Afghanistan, up in Kandahar province.
So you're stationed there. So, man, appreciate your services, man. I always got a shout out to that. Just going out there in Afghanistan, my ass has not been out the country, okay? So I need to take my ass outside the country. So I got a shout out to you. Kudos to you, my man. But appreciate everything. You enjoy your day, my man.
Yeah, man. You stay safe.
I appreciate it, man. All right, so my man, I had a couple callers too come in that I missed. You know how I go. I got calls coming in. My damn computer trying to do an update. Yo, it'd be the craziest thing. So I do a damn live stream. I can sit in this front of this computer all day, but right when I get on the live stream, it just start doing stupid shit. You know what I mean? Just doing updates and all types of stuff, man. It's just, oh my God. But nonetheless, okay, I'm back. Everything's popped back up. So I missed whoever called. I see it calling back. So we're going to go ahead and take this. Bye, yeah. Nick Moses 05 podcast. Who do I have on the line?
Becoming Undone. What's going on, Nick Mo?
Man, my man.
Holla at your boy.
Holla at your boy. What is going on with you today, my man?
Not much. Just gaming while I'm talking to you and watching the podcast and all that, man. Shoot, I'm multitasking tonight.
So I brought you up, man. I had to bring you up because I remember you was talking about playing the game and wasting about $60 and it just wasted your time. And you said, you know what? I'm not doing that no more. And then modded your system. Can you go ahead and tell us how you felt at that moment when you finished the game and realized you just spent your hard-earned $60 on that crap?
Felt betrayed, man. Shoot, I felt like you felt when Mario comes in unexpectedly and wants to give you a lecture about how to do that little Mario hop and all that, you know? Shoot, you ain't never had Samus Aran and you ain't never had Star Fox and all them come bug you, right? You know? Only Mario.
You ain't lying, man. You are preaching right now. It's only Mario, man. Ain't nobody else. Nah, I feel you, man, because I've been there. I've been there many a times paying top dollar for these games only to get screwed. And I just spoke with Matt. He was talking about Anthem. You know, how he spent money on that. Fallout 76, they didn't even give him the right bag for collector's editions. And they talking just on and on and on of you being screwed. So, when is enough enough?
I don't know, man. I mean, technically you can kind of get it when you get a game that ain't finished and you have to get DLC. I mean, are people going to quit paying for DLC? I mean, do you want to go that far with it, or I mean, are you kind of hit a little side note with me when we were talking about, you know, with the modding and stuff, you know, all the extra filler stuff in modding when they take those files and they clean them up, so to speak. They call it trimmed files. You heard about them trimmed XCIs and stuff like that? You know,
I talking about the blank space. Ooh.
I mean, yeah, man. I mean, you get a Mario game that's I don't know. We'll go out there hypothetically and we'll say, you know, Super Mario Odyssey. You know, that's the Switch game out there. You know, that was the first party title, and we'll say it was like, I don't know, 15.6 gigabytes. You know, on the card. Yep. Well, you know, you go get it, and we'll say they go download it from XYZ site, because we ain't trying to incriminate ourselves tonight.
We know.
And you know, you go get it, you download it, and it's only like 9.2, and you like, nah, this can't be Mario. Well, you read the description. It's Mario Odyssey. It's the XCI by Super Califragilistic, the guy who put all the time to get it, and it's a trimmed XCI.
Yo, and
so
you are
they
killing
put
it
junk
right
in
now,
there.
man. You are killing it right now, and that was one thing that you know, Joe had mentioned before, and that was a big conspiracy theory he threw out there. He said, "What if they put in just space on there just to force you to buy a bigger size hard drive, knowing that games are gonna be padded with information that's baseless information that you don't need?" So you kind of agree with that theory?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I'm on board with Joe, because listen, here's the deal, and I could go even further, and I really don't want to chase rabbits, but I'll chase a little one right now. Technology, as the years go by, we know gets cheaper. We move. I probably hit this before, and I sound like an old man reminiscing about a high school date way back in the day to his buddies. But you know, we moved on from cassette tapes to CDs. Now we got MP3s and so on and so forth for your media. I mean, what was it? We were talking about 2 gigabyte SD cards. You can't hardly find them unless you go on like eBay or something like that, and somebody just happened to have a bunch of them. You know, the technology as we go on is getting cheaper. So if they pad it, you're going to have to pay more. So you're not going to want that 500 gigabyte PlayStation 5 system. You're going to want that 4 gigabyte. So you go fork out the extra $250 or $300 for it. So yeah, I'm totally in on that. I'm not even going to lie. I'm totally in on that, because they go find a way. And then you have to install it, like you were saying earlier, just to play the game. Why can't you just get off the disc? They could figure out a way to make that transfer faster. I mean, look at what they're doing with the PlayStation 5. It's basically like a PCI slot type of thing with that SSD, as they're calling it.
Right?
Nice. And with Microsoft, I mean, there's a way they can make those readers read. I mean, you think about the way they burn CDs and stuff like that for the people that are still burning them, because I'll burn a CD here and there, because sometimes you get some bad internet signal in the countryside and all that, because hey, I'm from the dirty South, I ain't gonna lie. And you know, you got burning speeds of 54x, and some of these, I mean, to burn a MP3 CD, it literally takes 15-20 seconds now. I mean, so the technology's there. They're not going to release it quick enough because they don't want to lose money. I mean, and you know, to have all that on a hard drive, yeah, they want to make money. You got to scratch Joe's back and this and that. So I mean, they're going to make their suppliers of the different parts and stuff some money, in turn make them some money, and it's all a vicious cycle.
It is.
So, but we're not going to get on the negative now. Let's get back to the positive.
So let's say physical versus digital. I take it now, like you said, we in the older category, but we had one of the young whippersnappers even say physical. So I'm sure you're probably with the physical over digital. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go with that. I mean, I could make an argument either side, but here's my deal too. So, as much as I love collecting some series, I'm not gonna lie, there are some series I love collecting. There are some where, you get burnt. It's garbage. You want to take it back in, and you want to make some of your money off of it. Digital, you can't make your money back off of it. You get Anthem Digital, you screwed out $60, homie. I mean, that's just the way I feel about it. At least you can recoup some of your losses.
Nah, you're right on that. You're absolutely right. Because if I did buy it, I could sell it
later on in life. You could have a collector's edition, and you could make some money later on in life. You never know. It might be worth a couple $100,000. I mean, look at E.T. till they uncovered the big old vault of E.T. over in the garbage pile, man. I mean, E.T. was going off the chain,
So I mean, what if you've heard somebody come to you and say, you know what, I have an account that you could log into, and you have access to all these games, and they sold that account. Do you think that selling the account is the equivalent to selling a physical copy of a game?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, I agree.
Nah, because I mean, it ain't the same. Because you know what, you can't put your hands on it no more than anything else. I mean, I got a controller in my hands. I can put my hands on it. That digital account. I mean, he could sit there, change the password on it. Bam, it ain't mine no more. I need more. I need more than just a password. I need the email address. I need the whole kit and caboodle, and that ain't happening.
I'm with you. And also, possession is 9/10 of the law. Okay, and I need to have possession of it. If you're giving me something to borrow, I want to be able to borrow it. I don't want to, borrow it with you halfway. Let me borrow it. You know what I mean? It's just like, I gave it to you, but I ain't really giving it to you. You know what I mean? So, no, I'm with you on that. So now we got that out the way. Do you have any of the next gen systems on pre-order right now?
I hate to say it because I respect you, Microsoft, and the 5 is what I'm gonna go with.
Talk to me.
Because I got a lot of friends with it. I mean, that's just where I've been, and my little brother's kind of introduced. I was with the 360 scene for a long time, but there have been some game choices I've loved. I mean, don't get me wrong. I went to a lot of the Halo midnight releases. Big Halo fan. Shout out to Bungie when they were hitting it up. I think it kind of lost a little lackluster with 4 Studios. For me, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was probably about maybe a 5% drop off. That was just my personal thing, but
I'm here. You talk to me. So
I mean,
you got PlayStation 5
drop off, but yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. So now you are, right now saying, hey, I think PS5 got it. I haven't used the online environment for PlayStation Plus since PlayStation 3. I don't know if you use Xbox Game Pass. Can you speak on the online play for either one? Do you think that Xbox online environment is better than PlayStation, or PlayStation is better than Xbox, or what do you know about the online environments for both?
When I had the 360, I'm going to say it was top notch. I'm not going to lie. PlayStation, if we go 5-star ratings, I'm going to give Xbox 5-star. I'm going to get PlayStation 4 just because there have been a lot more drops and this and that. Their rollouts have not been as smooth, but I mean, they're right there behind them. They have a good community. Xbox had a great one when I played it. So I really can't hate on it. It's just, like I said, a lot more people that I play with locally and stuff. That's where I've been. So.
Okay, yeah. So, and I see my man JJ just came through. JJ, shout out, said he got both on pre-order. I think Joe got both on pre-order. We got a couple people with both. But now, like you said, you more of a PS5 guy, and I'm over here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm jocking Microsoft for no reason. It don't even matter. I ain't gotta have no info. You could have just told me they dropping tomorrow, and I'd have said Microsoft all day. Kind of like the sports thing.
Mm-hmm.
You got your teams.
Oh yeah.
You know me, Bears. Bears just lost again. Bears terrible losing streak. Okay, by the way, they was just like, hey, we undefeated. Now we're gonna keep losing. Okay, so you know. But I'm a ride or die with Chicago because, hey, that's the way I go. They better than any other team in the NFL, regardless of what their record may say. That's kind of where I ride with on Microsoft. So I do respect what you say with Sony. And I'm also not going to lie. I might somehow down the line get a PlayStation 5. I'm not sure. So, this war is so close. It's getting closer and closer every time a generation comes out. I haven't really seen it kind of separate itself. The last time I seen a separation was probably Nintendo Wii with the motion controls. That was the last thing I seen that kind of, dabbled out. We're getting virtual reality and things. So let me ask you, now being older, I know we play the game standard, which means you go to the arcade, you put your quarter up, you play next. You might got a Nintendo, Super Nintendo. Have you stepped into the virtual reality realm? That's what I need to ask you.
Very little, to be honest. I haven't really been able to afford it, but I have did a little bit. And if they can step up their game, because I'm going to be honest, I watch a lot of anime, weeb, stuff like that, It's hard not to want to compare it to, like, the Sword Art, from that. I want to get into that type of stuff, full dive type stuff would be pretty cool. I played a little bit of the Skyrim VR for the PlayStation thing. It was pretty dope, and it really was. There's some space games I think that they could actually adapt and stuff like that. But of course, it would have to come with a lot of legal release of responsibilities. Because people get slapped nuts out there, man. They be like having to like lock them down in like a little I don't know, a little vacuum sealed tube or something, man, because people be trying to jump off their roofs and stuff with these things, man. People go nuts with technology.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. You know what? And I'm a big fan of, like you said, the anime. I watched the Sword Art Online series. And it's so funny because he puts the headset on and it's like, you're not getting out. And they just stuck. So I always think like, hey, one day I'm gonna put this damn VR headset on. And my wife just gonna be looking at me like that for the rest of my life with a damn headset on. So I'm glad you said that.
You remember what happened with the Wii, though? I mean, people were tearing up TVs and they about to try Super Nintendo.
It was just throwing the damn Wiimote directly in the TV. It was stuck out, looking like a nose. That was times right there. And I'm with you. I've used the VR. I can tell you, I've been with my family. And one thing I can confirm when you use VR, it feels real. I have the headphones on, and it's a game called The Plank, or I'm walking to, I think it's Richie's Plank Experience or something. I'm walking to the edge, and no lie, I'm hearing the wind. Every single thing that you feel that lets you know you on top of a damn building is there. The only thing different is I'm in the middle of my damn living room. You know what I mean? So when people looking at me, I'm looking crazy because I'm shaking. But I'm in the middle of my damn living room, so I'm not going to lie to you. You do need to have some barriers. You need some people, watching you or something, unless you might jump off the damn building. Yeah, playing virtual reality.
Well, I'm gonna tell them like it is. If you go be doing any type of jumping, or even like these little games like Warframe and stuff where they do the bullet jumping, these people they just gonna be tipping over. That's all it is. So they got to watch out for all that crap.
No, it's good, man. I had to get that. But I'm glad you said PlayStation 5, man, because I've had a bunch, and I couldn't have nobody say much about PlayStation 5, but the one thing we did say, and we can confirm, is the titles. And I'll even ride with Sony. That's one thing, when you come to certain battles and you just shut up, you don't say nothing. That is one. When it comes to Microsoft, I just shut up. That's it. Now, somebody jamming. Who was that jamming back there, man?
Oh, that's my daughter. She plays the
Look, I said she jamming back there. I hear it.
Yeah, she getting after it.
Hey, tell her keep doing her thing, man. So I will say, me myself, the launch titles for Sony, they got it on lock, man. It's just on lock. They got it locked down. But if Microsoft dropped that Halo, if they just drop it, if they just go bow, I think the only thing Sony can come back with is Uncharted, God of War, or something along that lines.
Oh yeah. Microsoft, they get that Halo out there. They can try to make up with that. That's gonna put them head and shoulders. I mean, the Halo is a franchise that really, in my opinion, kind of set them apart. Some people can argue other things, but Halo, it's a fun game, man. I mean, it really breeds some camaraderie. I mean, it was one of their game changers. I mean, the story in Halo was like some of the best stories in some games in a while. You know what I mean there? It had like some of the best stories. Like I said, that's one of them things that definitely brought me to Midnight release and all that, man. Shoot.
Hey,
GameStop Midnight releases.
And the Halo, I mentioned, speaking of Halo, I ain't even going to talk about the Bethesda lineup, but PlayStation 5 has Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now, I've seen little clips of it, but everybody telling me, and I haven't played previous Spider-Man titles, and I heard how good these Spider-Man games were. So, have you played previous Spider-Man titles? And if so, do you think this Spider-Man Miles Morales is going to be the next thing coming right now?
I have played the previous Spider-Man games, and the last one that they made, that Spider-Man, I can't even think of the title. I'm just going to call it Spider-Man Latest and Greatest, because it was a step ahead. The I don't know what you call it, the gravity type of system on it with the web slinging and everything was really good feeling in it. The fighting was, I'm going to say, probably above average. The story was good. It kind of gave me, with the RPG type of element, kind of like the Assassin's Creed type thing, because you're all going through a city, which I know that's kind of standard now for RPG type elements, even with Shadow War and all the rest of them. But it really had some of the best Spider-Man gameplay out there. So I'm looking for them to really notch it up as far as Morales, because he's the next Spider-Man character in the series. He's looking to carve himself out his own niche. So I'm expecting this Spider-Man game to carve itself out its own niche. So I'm looking for them to kind of do like they did with Ghost of Tsushima, and not just play on the strength of a name, but really come out of nowhere and blow people's socks off. I mean, that's what I want to see from it. I don't want them to play off the Spider-Man name and just have strength off of that, but off the new character, and just surprise everybody.
Now, my man JJ is in there dropping said, and I don't know about this, so I need everybody to confirm on this. He said, well, Halo has not been good since Bungie stopped making it, but he also said it's coming out for the PS4 also. It's not exclusive. Have we heard any details, or have you heard about Halo coming out for other systems as well?
My understanding is, I can't remember where I read it, I think it was probably going to be a timed exclusive like some of these other games. You know how they do that junk.
Exactly. It comes out a month ahead for one system, and then the other system gets it a month late.
For 3 months, they'll be exclusively for PlayStation, and then PlayStation will have 2 special DLCs, and then it'll come out on Microsoft and stuff like that. They'll do stuff just to kind of appease the masses. So
good. And I'm glad JJ said he's not talking about Halo. Woo! About to say, JJ, don't scare me like that, man. I don't like to be playing. Like that, man, so. Don't do Halo like that. Halo is only Microsoft, man. We never let that go. That's like saying the Bulls saying, hey, we don't need Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? We gonna trade Michael Jordan. We ain't trading Michael Jordan. Okay, he gonna have to quit because we ain't trading him. Okay, so nonetheless, my man becoming undone. I got everybody on, man. I'm glad I see the couple other calls I missed. But any last words, my man, before you out.
Hey, y'all subscribe to Cash Money Nick. I mean, hook the man up. Subscribe, share, whatever you got to do to get the name out. He's releasing a lot of videos for modding. Go to the YouTube channel, like and share those. Subscribe. Hook him up. Good fella. Let his name be known, man.
Man, I appreciate it, man. You've been holding me down, MoFam, since a long time, man. I appreciate it. And I know I'm going to speak with you later, man. You enjoy yourself.
All right, you too, bro.
Later, man.
Bye.
All right, so that was nice. Man, everybody's been calling and dropping. We got somebody finally that said, yo, Sony. They said, yo, Sony is doing it, man. Okay, Sony is going to win this. I'm glad that I got somebody on there. I think it was just me. I'm like, it ain't nothing Sony can do in this. Microsoft got your number. That's it. We got Bethesda. Okay, you can have Spider-Man Miles Morales. When you come out, we're going to look terrible at first. You know why? Because you're going to have all the launch titles. We're just going to be playing things on Xbox Game Pass. And I seen some of these enhanced titles. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't that impressed. Okay? I wasn't. I see my man JJ sitting on call in. It's on, man. I'm gonna probably take one more before I go off, because I ain't had nobody. I missed a couple calls, but you know how that go. But I will say, Spider-Man's Miles Morales looks beautiful. And I know how the Batman series was. I know how these Spider-Man series go, the Avengers series. These series for these different comic books are just amazing. They just nail these titles, and I'm so sad that Xbox just ain't got it. We ain't got the lineup. We ain't got the lineup. But you know what I'm saying? We gonna have Halo, and when Halo drop, I'm telling y'all, mark my words, I am a Call of Duty fanboy, so you can't take everything I say for 100%. I'm just gonna say that. So that means I'm a Halo fanboy too. So for Halo, I'm telling you, when that drop, it's going to go back to the old ways, y'all. Y'all remember playing Halo 2 and partying up with people? You're going to be partying up again. You're going to be playing all-nighters again. The LAN party should still be there. I want to see everything. Xbox need to make sure that this Halo got everything. It don't need to be missing not one thing. Okay. So, Skyrim, Xbox first, then PlayStation 5. Bethesda, everything on Bethesda's lineup is going to be coming later. Watch. Mark my words, it's going to come later. But Xbox, thank you for nailing that, because we was looking dirty. We was looking dingy, disgusting, appalled. We was terrible. Without that, we were done. We were just going to be a system. Hey, do you want a system? Because this other one there. And by the way, let's talk about looks. We can talk about size. Let's talk about looks. Okay. PlayStation 5 looked like an oversized modem. That's all. Now I understand, the Xbox, they talk about overheating, catching fires, cooking fried chicken, all that, but that's gonna be good. As long as you make sure you got a nice little breeze coming through. Don't put it in this, little tight. It ain't gonna fit, first of all, in the entertainment cabinet. But you need to put it on the top of the entertainment cabinet. Make sure you got a nice airflow, okay, going through there. Even if you need to turn on the sides, you need to do your damn thing, okay. Microsoft has confirmed that the next-gen Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S consoles will remain region-free for all games. Thank you for that information, Joe. So that's region-free for all games, okay? That is wonderful to hear. So my man Joe dropping the knowledge on us. Now, guys, I didn't see any other. Let me go ahead. I think we got one. Hold up. Let me go ahead and get it. Oh, come on, man. Come on. All right, just bear with me, man. Skype is like doing a little circle thing, okay? It's just doing a little circle. I don't know what the hell. Come on, damn it. Anyways, man, I think that's my man. Come on, I got to get him on here. There we go. Nick Motors 05 podcast. Who do I have on?
Sorry for calling again. It's Joe again.
Oh, my man, Joe. No, you good, Joe. What is going on, my man?
Real quick, I just wanted to drop some information, and no one's ever talked about it. Then I realized it hit my head about the Japanese imports. The PlayStation 5 was always known for, the PlayStation series I've always known for region free, but PlayStation 5 is going to be region locked. WTF?
So you telling me PlayStation 5 if I seen, a famous series that I played that was, overseas, I just can't play it at all with PlayStation 5. But if I got an Xbox Series X, you telling me I could rock out with my cock out.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome, especially for they want to partner up with Sega. I'm kind of like going to the Xbox fanboy now. It's kind of like, come on, I love the import games, but you're region locking the PS5. The PlayStation and Sony, they're hosting in Japan. They always have the cool anime games, the Japanese import fighting games and stuff. And it's like you're locking out that system. So now you want me to go buy an import system? No, thank you. I'll play it pirated, or I'll figure out some other way later on.
I'm sure that modding community will have something to say about that eventually, because that ain't cool at all, man. And region lock. So being that it's region locked, you're not going to be able to play other games. And what you're saying is Xbox is completely region free.
Now, what's weird was, I don't know about the Xbox One, so don't quote me on this. I don't know if that's region free or not, but I remember the 360 that was region locked.
It was. Definitely was region locked. And if I remember correctly, I think at that time the PlayStation 3 was region free.
Yeah, region free for that. I mean, that's so stupid. It's like, why would they do that? They have so many great Japanese import titles. If it's this hard to get a PlayStation 5 in America, can you imagine how it's going to be in Japan to get?
You ain't lying. It's going to be super hard. Hey, you know what, man? That is another downside to Sony. And as much as I hate to, I ain't gonna lie, I actually love bashing on Sony, but I don't want to make this a Sony bash fest, but I will agree. Region locked is, especially nowadays with the way everything is, a lot of games being cross-platform, a lot of people, being able to share with each other from, they can be in Japan, China, Indonesia, and you can share with these people just on the whim. I would think that would be something that would be automatic. Region free, allow you to play every game, so that way we can't stop you from buying games from wherever.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, also the import games, some of them cost more than the United States games do because they have like different exclusives in it, like, clothing or some type of weird things.
Okay, so now one thing I think we spoke of is the hard drive size. Now I know Xbox is going to allow you to use external storage, and I believe PlayStation 5 has one of those slots for the hard drive to go in. I'm not correct on that. I know you're getting a PlayStation 5. Can you tell us a little bit more about that hard drive for the PlayStation 5?
Supposedly, I forget the name of the technology, some type of MD something or other. I could be wrong. You could only use specific speeds of SSD. If you use something that's a little bit slower, it boots you right off of it. That's what they're saying. I could be wrong. I forgot that new technology, but it's with this region lock and everything, unless it's a rumor, no one's talked about it. All these videos I watched, no one's ever mentioned it. Is it region free? Is it region locked? A lot of people are saying it's region locked. Also, Google says it's region locked. But, maybe this is kind of something that they're going to, throw out in case, worse comes to worse. And they are feeling, let's make the system region free. It takes a second to, disable that region code.
Yeah, it does. And I mean, the region, that's so terrible, especially with, like you said, and I'm the same way, man, especially with anime and some of these titles that come out, you don't get here. And all I want to do is play it. I don't need to, all I want to do is play it. The fact that it says region lock, I got to throw a big one for that. That's a big L to Sony. Now, I do know Sony has something. I'm not sure about this. You might know more about this, Joe. As far as the controllers, it was something about the controllers. You could use the older controllers, but they only would work for certain games, or they only would work for the games that they were made for. Something along those lines. Do you know anything about that?
I've heard, I could be wrong, that some games are compatible. Oh, yeah, I did hear this. The PS4 controller will not be compatible with the PS5, but it will be compatible with the PS3.
Oh, okay. So it'll be what the hell, Sony? Like, Sony do some weird stuff, man. That's just weird to me.
Yeah. I don't think they patched out the PS3 yet, because it's just kind of like, that just makes no sense, though. So you could take the PS5 controller, but you can't use it in the PS4, but you could use it in the PS3.
What the hell?
It has something to do with they didn't patch it out in the PS3. Guarantee it.
Oh my goodness.
You know,
hey, you know what? I agree.
There's no need to even update the PS3 because they're not making any more games for it. I mean, you could be on. I'm on Rebug, I think, 8.2 or something. I forget. I haven't turned a thing on in 1,000 years.
Rebug.
But you know, it's just kind of like, come on.
Yeah, and I haven't heard that in a while. Rebug, man, and using multi-man and all. Oh gosh, those were good times, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was a fan of PlayStation 3 modding too, man. That was just using that multi-man, and it just looks so beautiful having all your games. And the emulators ran pretty damn good too. I'm not even gonna be mad. Your MAME and other things ran good on it. So you know I might have to go back and bust out the PlayStation 3, man. I got it down there in the storage. I just didn't want to bust it out. But you know what? I might have to bust it out. Now, Joe, I'm right at my 2-hour mark. And I'm glad you called in because you was able to help me wrap up this last 2-hour mark. So, Joe, as always, you know, you the man. It's a pleasure. I'm going to be speaking with you because there is something I want to speak to you about as far as the show. So, Joe, before I let you go, any last words?
Like I always say, like and subscribe to Nick Moses 05 and Team Executor all the way in Atmosphere. Just catching up slowly, but SXOS is still the shit.
Talk to him nice. My man Joe, holla at you, my man.
All right, talk to you later.
Later. My man Joe, dropping that knowledge. We needed that, Joe. But everybody, my man, I see a couple comments. Joshua Drake, I see out there. JJ, my man, said we got the PS4 downgrade coming. We got Chelsea's World, TX in the house, Joshua, SX representing. We got all our Team Executor lovers. But anyway, guys, I appreciate it. Everybody who tuned in, you guys know I was supposed to do 1 hour. I've always wound up going out with you guys. And that's why I didn't want to do now. I think it was Kyle who said, I want everybody on. This is why I can't do the group chats. We be on here for 3 hours. I'll do a 24-hour, but maybe one of these weekends, okay, not the Sunday, okay, but maybe one of these other weekends on a Friday, a Saturday, we just go ahead and do a damn all-nighter. Hell, I dropped a video where you can play Switch games on the PC. Maybe we'll all just jump in something and play together. But anyways, it's your boy, Nick Moses 05, MoFam. I am out.